Hello and welcome to another episode of In the Wheels, the show that champions all riders from world champs to weekend warriors, where everyone has their story to tell. And today the story is coming from Peggy Knox. She is an incredible rider, recently riding for the Vicious Velo team, but now rides for the Airtox Ras team over in Denmark. And she's doing great things. Represented GB at the Cyclocross Worlds as a junior. She did an incredible amount of lead-out work to help a teammate into second at the Trofeo Binda Piccolo. And yeah, she's just a great chat, and honestly, I hope you enjoy it as much as we did, because yeah, the chat flowed really nicely, and yeah. So, and what's more to say than just sit back and enjoy?
Hello, thank you so much for joining me tonight. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Lots of different stuff going on, but I shan't bore you with those details. So yeah, I thought the kind of easiest way to get into this is like, how did you get started with cycling? Because I have guesses, but I'd rather hear like your story in your words.
Well, my dad races, and he raced a lot when I was little, so I just like rode down cyclocross. So I grew up going to races and just like riding with him, and then I started doing some of the races when I was about like 3 or 4, and I just really enjoyed it. So I just progressed through it and could like work my way up through different races. But yeah, I started out with my like local league, and my dad and my mum rides too, so it's like a nice thing to do together as a family.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cause like, I guess yeah, you're a first year roads junior, or I guess first year junior on cyclocross as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
but
both.
like
Yeah,
yeah, but you've already got like a 14-year career at this point,
yeah.
which is like that's just mad. Like, because obviously I'd seen you're with Vicious Fellow, or were with Vicious Fellow, and we'll get onto that later. Like, how did that even come about? Was that like, because again, like certainly the branding of both like your Instagram, your dad's
Yeah,
Instagram, like everything seems like it's a rather family affair. But
yeah,
again, I'm guessing. So
yeah. Well,
yeah,
my dad made Vicious Fellow with sort of like a couple other people, and it was like he made it. When I was, I think it's like just slightly younger than me, so it was just like automatically I went into it, and it's a really nice team. It's like it's kind of it's getting bigger now. Like people always say to me, they're like they think it's just like me and my dad, but it's not. Like there's loads of other people in it, and it's a really nice team. Is everyone? Yeah, we know each other, and it's a really sort of good vibe. I love it. So, yeah.
yeah. And I mean, it's a great kit. Shame we won't get to see it much in the cyclocross fields because, and again, something we'll get onto later. Like
Yeah,
national champion means that you don't get to represent the colours that often. But
yeah,
yeah, it's a heck of a kit and a real memorable design. So whoever did that side of things did a really good job in terms of ingraining that in my brain.
yes,
Um, so yeah, like there's just so many questions I want to ask. But like, first thing I want to know more about is cheese and onion pie. Like, is that still a thing for you? Like, and what is the significance of it?
Well, so I like now I have to whip it out every now and then when I've got a big race, just like. But I started, I think, when I was like a first year under 16, when I first started to go to all of the national um trophy races, and we always stay at Premier Inns. So there's always like a brewers fair, and because we're vegetarian, so like there's not many things we can eat. So I always had
Mm.
a cheese and onion pie, and and every time I had a cheese and onion pie, I won the race the day after. So like it became like this weird thing where it was like probably like eating cheese and onion pie every weekend is not very good in the long run. But like it seemed to work in the short term, so I kept it up, and yeah, it just it's like a nice thing now. I have a pie necklace that I wear for good luck sometimes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, like I'm gonna get into it. Like I was planning to talk about this a lot later, but I'm gonna go in now. As like the World Championships are literally around the corner as we're recording this. This
Yeah.
is gonna come out like a couple of months later. But where in Hulst are you gonna get a cheese and onion pie? Because I feel like that's necessary.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have to find like a bakery or something. I think I could substitute. I think any pie works because I've had different pies
Really?
as well. I've had like I don't know, like I've had I'll figure it out, I think, and I think the time frame for like the pie before the race is like quite long, so I could have it like a couple days before. I need
Mm.
to get onto that and I find some pies.
Yeah, like, would it work with other pastries? Like, could you take a Cornish pasty or something like that
Yeah,
with
I
you,
don't
and
know. I
then
haven't tried. Maybe like yeah, I could try that. I guess like I think anything pastry. Yeah, I
yeah,
guess like
because
a
then
quiche. Actually, no, I don't think a quiche because it doesn't isn't like fully encased in pastry.
yeah, there's no lid to that, is there?
No,
Like,
it has to. I think it has to have a lid.
mm. And then does it have to be freshly cooked? Can you have it cold? Like, oh, there's so
No, I
many.
need to like conduct some experiments on it. I think.
Yeah, I think we need a scientific, like, a control
Yeah,
of no pie, see how
yeah,
your result is,
yeah.
and
Like some
then
variables to change.
yeah, oh god, yeah, the science of pies could get very interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's something to investigate for the next years.
yeah,
But yeah, like, how are you feeling about Worlds? Like, because this is your first, like, well, first junior Worlds.
yeah,
Being selected for GB obviously will feel quite good. You're the only one not named Zoe who's also female within the squad, which is quite
yeah.
a rarity as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Both Zoes.
yeah. So yeah, how are you feeling going into it?
I'm very excited. I think it's like it's just such a cool experience to have. Like I don't know, like I didn't really. I'm not sure whether I expected to. I don't know. Like, I mean, I was hoping I would, and it's just really. It's like a nice way to finish the season on. It's like such a big opportunity. I don't know. I'm very grateful to have it, and like it's just I'm just excited, you know. Like I'm a bit nervous about the course because I rode it last year. Didn't race because I was too young, but I rode the course and I like it is a bit scary. Like the banks like they're bigger than they look on TV, you know. And I did actually fall off and fall in the water. But this time, like I feel like I've had a year to grow and progress, so I'm like hoping like my skills can be like up to it, and I'm just excited to ride the course. Yeah, it'll be really good.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the only person falling in the water in the cross race this year
No,
because I don't know if you watched Turbo Cross. That was
yeah,
amazing and like, was it even Average Rob who like just waded through at the end? I
I think
can't.
it was Arno. Yeah,
Yeah, that was it.
like
I'm so
took
bad at
he
names.
stole the show. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, I'm horrendous with names, so I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
for a split second, I thought it was Benji at first. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I know what Benji looks like, and it's not quite him. So apologies to anyone I've offended with the misrecollection of what happened. But yeah, like it's going to be exciting. Do you go into that sort of race though with like any result in mind, or are you more of a performance person? It's like I just want to race well and whatever position comes, or would you rather the flip side and get like if I got a podium but performed badly, that would be better than performing well and getting like seventh? How do
Yeah,
you fall?
I tend to I try and focus on the process as much as I can because I
Mm.
take a lot of enjoyment in cycling and just the whole thing, and I like all of it to be enjoyable, and I find I perform my best when I'm happy and I'm enjoying it, and I just I'm not looking to the race thinking having a result in my mind of what I want to get. I think because I'm a first year now, I don't have any performance goals. It's just learning, and it's I think I will be happy with my race if I feel like I have done everything I can, and I have tried my hardest, and in every aspect, in preparation, in the race, I've done as good as I can in that moment. I'll be happy, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good mentality to have, actually, because, yeah, if you do all you can, then whatever follows, follows, and, the rest is
Yeah.
up to luck. And it's
Yes.
just, I guess that's the experience as well of, once you've raced for so long, you know whether it's a performance thing or just a luck thing. Whereas,
Yeah.
sometimes, certainly if you're newer, you think you've performed well, but actually you haven't, or the opposite. You might think you've performed really badly, but that was the best because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did you? Because obviously we've mentioned a couple of times that your first year junior. How did you find that step up? Because I guess it's weird as well because in some regards you're going to be racing the same girls. If you're racing at National Trophy, you're going to be racing them again.
Yeah.
But then in other regards, I feel like it is a step up. But I don't know.
Yeah.
How's that change been?
Well, I think it's quite a big change because like it's just you suddenly you're open to the whole world, a whole each country has their own people just like you who are at your kind of everyone's so close together in their sort of skills and their abilities. It's just and then there's so many people, the depth of field. It's so as a junior girl, the most awesome thing is turn up to a race and there's 50 people in your race. It's so good to see so many people doing it, and I think that it is a big step up. I think there's it's just the amount of riders and the how many people who are close around me. I think of so many people, and it's I don't know, I beat them sometimes, they beat me sometimes, probably about 20 people. It's just
Mm.
it's so close together, and I get such a good race every time. I haven't, and not to say that I don't get a good race at national trophies and national races, 'cause I definitely get a good race. I enjoy them a lot as well, but it's just to have that many people, it's really cool, and the courses are such a big step up. I like all the courses in the UK, but the ones in Belgium and stuff, there's quite a lot of it I find really quite scary. But then I think it's good that it's scary because then it helps you to progress. Because if you're in your comfort zone, then you're not pushing yourself and you won't improve. So it's nice to have these step ups because you can sort of really feel yourself getting pushed, and I know when I feel like that it's going to make me better. But yeah, I think it is quite a big step up as well because it's just um, it opens you up to so much wider kind of
Mm.
people and places and things, places to go. I've been to so many different places in this past cross season as a first year junior. It's crazy. I hadn't been on an aeroplane before um last January. So it's all kicked off in the past year and a bit for me. Everything started happening, traveling. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's the bit that people maybe underappreciate of getting across to Belgium to race at places like Rutherford or Hullegem or places like that, and it's yeah, but how do you actually get there? And it seems so easy because people are just on the start list, so therefore they
Mm.
must get there. But actually, the logistics of it, you've got to figure out accommodation. You've got and I've tried thinking about it, and it makes my head spin a little. Of how would I manage that with bikes?
Yeah.
It's just I'll stay home actually.
Yeah,
That's the easy
yeah.
way.
there's so much to like, and I'm a kid and I don't have to like think about that so much because like all like the adults in my life, like I can't drive, so it's like I can't get myself to places. But I had to fly by myself to my road team media camp a couple
Mm.
like last week, I think. Was it last week? I can't remember. But like recently, and I flew with my bike by myself for the first time, and also like a big holdall bag, and then I had to. I got loads of kit at the camp, so I had to. It was like so overwhelming, like having to travel by yourself. With all this stuff and like be responsible for something, like if the bike gets lost or whatever, it's like what am I going to do? It's just, but it's good because I think it's like experiences that I'll never forget, and it's really it's like good for me as like a whole person to have
Mm.
these experiences like traveling, because I know like how many people my age get that opportunity, so it's cool, I think, to be able to have that sort of like freedom, and like have gone to different countries and have to talk to people and try your best to like get your point across and ask questions, like in the morning and of like a cross race, and you go to try and park and you're trying to talk to like one of the parking volunteers, and you don't know what they're saying and they don't know what you're saying, but you've managed to find somewhere to park, and then it's like it's cool, I think.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And like, there's not many 17-year-olds who have to go out to a team media day. Like, I don't know many that like even growing up and being close to cycling, that wasn't a common thing for us. Like, that's wild to me. And like, how did, because that's with the Airtox Ras junior women's team.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I got that right. Like, yeah, like how did that come about? Like, yeah, just like I guess the conversations, like how early were they kind of looking for you, or you looking for them? Like, I guess, yeah. What's the story with joining them and in a way leaving Vicious behind?
Well, I think I needed a junior team for the road season, because
Mm-hmm.
like you need a team to enter like the bigger races and stuff. So I had to find a team. Like I went away with Shibden on a few things, and like I was like happy with Shibden. I was going to be in it, and then like sort of it didn't quite work out. So then I sort of looked around and then moved onto Airtox, and it seemed really good. Like it 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 worked really well. It kind of like fit me, and I liked the team. I had got good vibes from it, and it was like an amazing opportunity to like. I mean, I keep saying things are amazing opportunities, but it's because there's so many like
Well,
cool
yeah,
things.
like,
Yeah, it's like there's just I don't really know how else to describe it. Like it's just I'm so happy that they were there and that they wanted me, to ride for them. And
yeah,
it's a good team.
definitely.
The amount of support they give you, like there's not like tons of junior women's teams,
Mm.
so it's just to have to be able to get into it. It's just like kind of like a relief to know that I have a team that's supporting me and that I can race and just sort of like learn as much as I can in the next season and do my best.
Yeah, definitely. And it's kind of interesting because from what I gather, it's a Danish team. I could be wrong, or
Yeah,
certainly Scandinavian. If I don't know my colours to the Danish
yeah,
map, but I believe it is Danish. Um, but they seem to be affiliated or sponsored in part by X. So there's that kind of link to the world tour. I guess, how do you see things for yourself? It like 2-3 years in the future. Do you see yourself as a world tour rider? Where do you want to go with cycling?
I mean, like I think I always want to do cyclocross.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want cyclocross. Like I'm not sacrificing cyclocross. I always want to do it. It's where I sort of started, and I love it. It's just it's awesome. I don't want to be cycling and not be doing it. So that's like my main. Like I love it, but I also really really enjoy road cycling now as well. So like it's balancing those two. So
Mm.
I think in the future I would like to try and like get into the Pro Tour and do those sort of races, you know. It is definitely a big goal of mine, but also balancing that with cyclocross. And you see like a lot of pro women can do that. Like Puck does it really well, I think.
Hmm.
So like it's possible, you know. I just need to sort of hold your ground and like try and keep doing what you enjoy, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of crazy that you're like, oh yeah, Puck does it, as if like
Yeah,
when I was growing up, like Mariana Moss was the one who did everything, and
yeah,
like to the same extent, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot,
yeah.
like she was doing. It's like, but I guess, yeah, we're of different generations, so it's different touch points.
Mm.
That you would go for Puck, who's alarmingly young compared to me, but is quite a few years older than you. So it's like, oh, okay, that's how it is. Yeah, I don't want to do the calculations and how much older I am. It's significant. But anyway, how have you? Because you have mentioned that you've raced abroad and you've grown that love for kind of road racing a bit more. And I did see you did the was it Ghent Wevelgem and De Ronde at
Yeah, yeah.
under 17?
Yeah, I've
Like,
done them. Yeah, I've done them for 2 years now. They're really good races. They're so fun.
yeah, like how do you find they compare to UK racing then? Like, because certainly, again, like when I was coming through and like I raced a bit at youth. Did I do youth A? I did like one race or two at youth A and then a bit at junior. And like I
Yeah.
did like the Tour of the Isle of Man and things like that. But the junior scene for me, it was just everyone just tried to knock each other's doors off, and then whoever's like able to vaguely pedal by the end of it wins. And it's like how is it in the UK versus how is it in on the continent for racing now?
Well, well, like the first thing that I felt like was different was with the road, because when you race in the UK, it's like you know everybody, and like because I didn't really do many of the national road or cyclocross races until I was under 16. Like
Mm.
I think I did Northwest Youth Tour when I was a second year under 14 as like my sort of first um
Yeah.
national road race. Um, and like even then, like you know everybody and like you know how everybody is and like what everybody's skills are and like what they're good at, and it just feels like every time it's like you kind of like know how the what the race is going to be like. If it's like a flat stage, it's like, oh yeah, well, like you know so and so is going to be able to like win the sprint, or this is what's going to happen. And it feels kind of like, I guess, I don't know, it's slightly sort of like claustrophobic a little bit, but then I think
Mm.
it's like a good place to grow. And like I'm really enjoyed my like racing those races. You know, it was really good development for me, especially like the like like was it Youth Tour of Scotland and Northwest Youth
Mm.
Tour, like on the open roads, like the first races that I did on actual roads. You know, like that is so cool to
Mhm.
be able to do that as a youth rider in the UK. Um, so like that's really good. And so what was really cool going to do like Ghent, Wevelgem, and Flanders as an under 17 is like the whole race is on the road, and it's like before with the cyclocross, it's like it's such a big field of riders from so many different countries, and you don't really know anybody, or like you know a few people, and like the more races you do, the more people you get to know, and you get to know your competitors better. But like it feels kind of freeing because you can turn up to the race and people don't just think of you as like, oh, the person who like attacks all the time, never gets away, you know, like that's kind of what I do. Like I attack quite a lot, and like I just people think so. I think sometimes it's like it could be a bit pointless, but like I just enjoy it, and that's how I enjoy racing. Like I don't want to sit there and let the race happen to me. Like I want to make the race happen. um and it's just cool when you can go to those races and like people don't think that like they don't know what you're going to do, so you have a bit of like a surprise kind of like factor on them. But it's just cool as well because like it's on such like historic courses as well, like for the cyclocross and for the road. Like for I think it was Ghent, yeah, Ghent Wevelgem, it goes up the Camelberg, which is really cool because it's like famous climb, and then Flanders is like the Achterberg and like has all the different bergs, and it's just yeah. I can't remember what the question was. I went so off topic,
No,
but like
it's good.
I was just waffling about the hills. But it's different to UK racing, but I think both have good things and like bad things, and both I enjoy for different reasons.
Yeah, because I did. Well, I must admit, like some of my research was just scrolling on your Instagram, and it is quite funny
Yeah.
what like reading all the captions. And I guess has your sprint improved? Because certainly in the early days, a lot of your captions were I attacked a lot, messed up the sprint, didn't get the win, or whatever. And it's like
Yeah.
those were the three things that seemed to happen a lot, which is like I got that sort of combative style of riding, and you've won a combativity award in I think that was Youth Northwest Tour or
Yeah,
Lancaster,
I got
something like that.
quite a few different races.
Yeah, like oh,
But
so
like not so many wins, but like
yeah, but I guess in a way, you don't get to take anything home or much home if you win, but you get a jersey if you're combativity. Like that's a
yeah.
whole ass jersey you're getting to take home.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I mean it's cool. Like I think, when if you're like a rider that's aggressive, like you're learning so much through that style of riding that I think you have so much more to take on to racing as you get older, because it's like, it's not all races are sort of bunch sprints, like obviously that's a really important skill to have, but like it's also important to be able to push yourself and want to take the race on. And it's just, I think it's more fun, and like it's just, yeah, I don't know, like I think hopefully my sprint's getting better, but then like, I enjoy racing combatively, and I think it when if you race with like an attacking style, when it works for you, it really works for you, and it's like
mm,
you get in a breakaway and it's awesome. Like both. I think was it like I think the first Ghent Wevelgem I did, um, I got in a breakaway and I came sixth, I think, and that was really cool. Being in a break,
mm,
it's like being in a break so fun, and like the sort of dynamics of catching other breaks or people catching you or bridging, like, and then in the last Flanders I did, it was actually I actually did it in a sprint. I got third in a sprint. I came
mm,
second in the bunch sprint after it was reduced bunch, but like I was pretty pleased with that. And like
yeah.
against Anna Mewson as well, she beat me, but like it was proper like throwing bikes, and she's a good sprinter. So I was thinking like, what, my sprint is getting better. That was good
Mhm.
confidence. But yeah, I enjoy racing for the fun, and that's how
Yeah.
it's fun.
See, now that brings me on to a very interesting question, or I think it's interesting. Hopefully, you agree. Of like, because I've been in races, I like, yeah, I like trying to take things on. I don't have the legs to back that up, but I like to attack if I can. But like, I also thinking about it, I'm like, I can't conceive of anything I would hate more than attacking and then being solo, because a lot of it for me is the boredom factor of like I want racing to happen, but
Yeah,
if I've attacked and it's just me, then it's like there's nothing to work with. It's just boring, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
how do you feel about that with your sort of combative mindset? Do you need other stuff to be happening, or could you sit in a 50k solo break?
I don't know. That hasn't happened to me yet. Hopefully, it will one day. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think different races like merit different kind of like styles. Like
Hmm.
wouldn't do that on like a really, well, actually probably would, but like on a flat sprinty race, like depends what like the team goal is, like if it's like a lead out or whatever, then you wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, and like racing as a team's important as well, so it's like whatever you've been told for you to do for that race, you have to follow it, because it's everyone has their time, and you need to support the other people and help get the best out of it, for you as your team as a whole. But like I think that with the breakaway going solo thing, I guess like it is a bit, when you like watch a road race, and like Pogacar goes solo for like 80k, you know, or whatever. You're thinking, yeah, like this is, you know what's going to happen. Like he's away, and then it's like that everyone else is racing for like second or whatever. But I think that's sometimes like where the more interesting race is, and I think attacking for me like is not that I'm not really thinking like, is this going to be boring if I get away? Like I'm just like doing it for the funsies, you know, and like because I think like it's like I say, like it's more of a learning thing for me now. So as many different race scenarios as I can get myself into, like the better rider it will make me. Like as many different scenarios where it's a bunch sprint, where it's a breakaway, where you break away for a bit, get caught, get pulled back, go again. You know, it's like whatever happens, like all those different scenarios. I'm just like building it in my mental like library of different race scenarios, so I know what to do next time. Because like if I make mistakes, that's okay, because I'll just remember and not do it again. You know, what's bad is if I make the same mistakes over and over.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, yeah, on the sort of Pogacar point of like, yeah, when he attacks, I know, I mean, this will probably sound harsh, but okay, I'll bear that brunt. Of like a Pogacar attack reminds me that I've got laundry to do because I'm like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. That's like that's 2 hours of the race sorted.
Yeah,
What can I do with that time because I know the result now?
yeah,
And sometimes it can be fun when it's a foregone conclusion. Like, so before cycling, I was also into wrestling, and like wrestling's it's not fake, it's fixed, and there's a
yeah,
slight difference of like the result is predetermined, but how do
yeah,
they get to that result? That's the fun part. But sometimes in a bike race, if it's a Pogacar breakaway, I'm like, I know how they're getting to that result then. And that's not to say cycling's fixed by any means, by the way, but I'm just saying, like,
no,
by that point, that race is decided,
mm,
and there's not even the fun of finding out how it's going to get decided because we know what's going to happen. He's done it enough times that he won't blow up. He knows his abilities and his capabilities, and he's not going to
mm,
overcook it and then end up running out of energy. So
mm.
kind of the fun factor and the boredom factor play a part, I guess. I'm
Yeah,
finding out I've got a low tolerance for boredom, I think, more than anything. So thank you. This has been very enlightening. I hope the therapy costs are cheap from you. Uh, but yeah, so on to other things like, I've just spotted that in my nose. I'm sorry for the scattergun approach. Um, I saw you race at Derby. I think I caught the end of your race,
yeah,
national trophy this year. I then later realised through researching on Instagram that you were about 10 metres away from me at the finish of the women's.
yeah.
Because your video clip, I can hear the cowbells that me and my daughter had. We're like,
Oh,
I can hear them in the background. And roughly from where you were stood, I was like, oh yeah, we were like 10 metres to your left, just out of shot. And it's like so weird that, well, obviously at a cyclocross race you will be near people that you know, but it's just funny how that clip came up. I was like, oh yeah, that was fun.
yeah,
But yeah, how has the national season been for you? I did allude to it earlier that you're national champ. Zoe raced up, which was quite notable news going into the event. Did that actually change how you raced, or like did that give you more confidence going, well, that's one less person to race against, one less person who could beat me? Like, how, I guess, yeah, how did you feel going into nationals?
well, I mean, like it was like there was, I don't know, like it was different. Like I had like I went into it thinking that I would race Zoe, and I knew beforehand. Like obviously, it came out. She like did the Instagram post about the fact that she wasn't going to race, and she told me before she did that, so I knew a lot before the race that she was racing up. So it wasn't like like a imminent shock, but
Mm-hmm.
like I mean, the race played out differently because she wasn't in it. But that's just how a race would be if someone wasn't in it, you know. And like there was still like pretty classy riders, you know, to race against. Like I don't know, like Freya Mowbray and Heidi and Isla, like just to name a few people, you know, like Lottie, Georgia Mahoney. I mean, like, I'm just like saying everyone, but like, like, it's like, but by no means is that like the only person that I was racing. It's like I'm racing everybody in the race, so like I feel like good for Zoe for that she raced up, because it's like very brave too, because like racing with elite women and under 23 women, like they're adults, it's brave to be able to do that, and like it's nice that she was able to do that. I think to have like the space and like the support that she feels that she can do that, and like it's just good, like whatever people feel like can help them develop as a rider, that I think they should do, and I was happy with my race. I like gave everything. I had to really, really, I was like so locked in, like Freya was sort of like, she kept the gap really, really close and kind of like the same for the whole race. So it was like really, really keeping me, I had to be so focused, like not to make mistakes, think about like where on the course was where I could physically push myself and where I had to think about technical, so it was a hard race, and I'm pleased with it.
Yeah. And speaking of locked in, like how, because this fascinates me because everyone's got their own experience, and I've chatted with some people who are like, oh yeah, I have no idea what, like I hear crowd noise, but that's as far as it goes. And like for me, when I've done races, like I'm super cognizant of what's going on around, like oh, there's a cow in that field over there. Like I'm spotting all sorts that I just wouldn't focus on normally, because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, the physical side unlocks an extra perception level for me. I don't know, like I can't
That was
explain
cool.
it
You
easily.
like spidey senses when you're racing.
Yeah. Well, I notice more because the
Yeah.
physical side is taken care of, and that's part
Yeah.
of like it almost quietens my brain and allows me to think better. I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't I've not explored it fully, and yeah, I don't really want to right now. But like, how is it for you? Like, because you said you were locked in. Do you go to that sort of, for want of a better word, like hyper focus, where it's like anything not race related does not matter? That's completely gone, especially for this hour of racing. Or do you get extra perception? Like, yeah, where do you fall on that?
I think I sort of, when I race, like I hear, like, when my dad's in the pits, like I hear him talking to me, or like my coach Ian at the national champs, he was giving me like time gaps and sort of like telling me like, oh, just like control like in the technical bits, and and I really like took that, all of that in and everything, and like yeah, I'm not really sure. Like I think when I'm focused, I'm not in my head. Like sometimes, in a race, like you start like list kind of like music in your head, like you'll be singing something, and like I
Mm-hmm.
know when I start singing something, like I'm not focused. Like I need to like switch back on and think about what I'm actually doing. Like when I'm racing, I think like nothing's going on in my head, like nothing, but like no, I don't know, like no thoughts that aren't what I'm doing at that moment, or like, oh, I need to catch that person. Like in my head in a race, it's probably just like, oh, I nearly fell off. Like, oh, look, there's someone over there. I need to catch them. Or like, oh, hold backs. Like, stay with these and attack later. Or like, I don't know, just like, oh, don't crash from this bit. Brake now. Or like, don't forget to like change gear before you get off here, so that when you remount, it's like good. It's just like, that's when I'm focused. I know it's just like I'm just thinking about things to do with the race, or like what people are telling me. Because like, and sometimes I find in races, like when I'm doing like a technical bit of the course, I like, if I hear someone shout like "Go Peggy," and I like think about it, I always make a mistake, because like, it's really funny. Like please, like people keep cheering for me, because it's like so motivating when people cheer for you. But like sometimes if I'm like really focused, and like when someone talks to you or like says your name, and like it really like it makes you go like like that,
Yeah.
like sometimes that happens, and then I make a mistake, and I wonder whether maybe it's just sort of like when people are watching, you make mistakes, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is, if we see you at a race, don't cheer.
No,
You
cheer. I just might like fall off.
Okay, it's a risk reward. It might do good. it might make you crash. Who knows? But also, I also love the concept of maybe that your brain just isn't expecting it. Of like,
No,
oh, I'm at a bike race. Why is someone shouting my name?
no,
Like,
my name. Yeah. Or like when I was doing like some of the races in Belgium stuff, like when you're in the ones where it's like you're sort of like fighting for the win or for the podium, and they're mentioning your name on the tannoid, you just like hear people that you don't know being like, "Go on, Peggy," and like in like a Belgian accent or something. It's really cool, and it's like, oh, this is so cool. Like you're cheering me on, and I don't know you. Like it's so awesome. Like it's very like motivating. Like I feel it's really cool.
yeah, it's kind of as well. Like, I swear, everyone, no matter where they're from, when they start racing in Belgium, get a fan club somehow. Like, has that happened yet, or is that? Do you reckon that's going to happen a couple of years in the future? Like the Peggy
well,
Knox
I have.
Belgian.
I wouldn't like say it's not like a fan club, but we met really cool guy called Vim, and he like we met him at one of the road races that I did, or like the one of the commesses I did, and he's just sort of like we meet him all the time now, and he like I actually have something right here. Wait, let me show you something. I've got a marzipan version of me.
Yeah, I saw about this and I
Yeah,
was
wait.
so confused.
And
Wow.
Vim has a friend who is the marzipan world champion, and he makes like marzipan like characters. So he got Vim got him to make a marzipan version of me, and this was from when I was like a youth national champ. So it's got my national champs jersey. It's so cool, but I haven't eaten it yet. It's quite old now, so I probably
Yeah,
shouldn't eat it. But
I think you can't really, can
no,
you? It's like,
it just
how do
feels a
you
bit
eat?
weird. Yeah, like she's looking at me right now, and I can't quite. I don't think I could eat a tiny version of me.
No, it'd feel a bit like auto cannibalism in a way.
Yes.
That would
Also,
be
like if
quite unsettling.
yeah, like after dinner, we sit around the table, all my family, just like eating my arm.
It's like, I've got the head, that'll do.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
exactly. It's like
yeah.
yeah, but it's so cool. He's really nice. And um, met some really really kind people. Like Brian Petit. He takes photos, and I've spoken to him a lot of races now, and like so there's a lot of people. I also when I was at Hugo Heider, somebody came up to me before with a rider card of me, but like not one I'd made, like a printed out one of a photo of me
Wow.
from Middlecut, and I was like, what do you want me to do? And he was like, sign it, and I was like, what? That was so cool, and I signed it, and it was just like, wow. It was like, can I have some of these?
That is so cool. And just, I'm still thinking about how do you even find out that there's a Marzipan World Championships to participate in? You must
Yeah,
be
well,
real, like that guy, whoever
yeah,
or girl, whoever
yeah.
that person is, has to be really into the world of marzipan to
Yes,
even know that.
he's called Anthony Lambs. You should look him up. He does like loads of. I've had like. Vim also gave us some like edible marzipan. Well, this is edible marzipan, but like I
Oh
haven't
yeah.
eaten it yet. But like marzipan that's like more like not me. So I ate it.
Yeah.
It's so good. I really like marzipan now.
Wow. Just yeah. The world champion, national champion. Ah, it's getting confusing, but yeah, like that is just that's such a cool thing. Like you never a one of one for a start, like a totally unique piece.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. And yeah, it. I guess thinking about the sort of opportunities that this gives you, like, do you feel like almost famous in a way, or do you go? Because I feel like I don't want to project, but I feel like you're quite down to earth as a person, and yet you're having these like you're getting marzipan made by a world champion. You're getting like person printing off rider cards that they've made themselves because they're that fanatical about your career. That's like I don't know. Does that like yeah? How does it make you feel? Almost, I guess is the question.
It's quite cool, but like I think I just make friends with people, like
Yeah.
when I go around, because I talk to everyone. Like, I don't know, I just enjoy meeting new people and like making friends, because it's nice to like know people in different like over the world. And I don't know, like everyone's so interesting. Like everyone that I've spoken to, and I've met like such cool people through cycling. Like, and you know, it's just I like meeting people. And yeah, like the friends that I've made, such like I think lifelong connections. And it's just really, and it's so nice to see people enjoy like how you're doing, because like I'm enjoying it by doing it, and then other people are enjoying watching or like being part of it. And it's just so nice when everybody's like, you people just love cycling. It's nice to be part of it.
Awesome. I guess, yeah, I want to start rounding things off, if I may, of like,
Yeah.
what are, obviously, you've got Worlds coming up, that, although that's already happened by the time we're speaking. So, as I say to everyone who I
Yeah.
interviewed just before a race that's happened, by the time this is officially being said, like, congratulations, well done on the fantastic race, and hopefully you don't like DNF or anything like that and
Yeah.
make this sound horrendous. Yeah, like, oh, she was actually involved in a nasty crash and broke a
No,
collarbone.
no.
But like, what are the plans? Obviously, you're with Airtox Ras. Like, what ambitions do you have? Because obviously, first year junior, it's kind of different, because I feel like second year junior, everyone's got that pressure of like, oh, I want to get a contract for the following year, make it elite, make it,
Yeah.
Whereas first year, that's kind of like, that's next year's problem.
Yeah.
So what are the goals? What can we look forward to for this coming year?
I just want to like get to as many races as I can.
Mm,
I want to do as much as I can, but like, and enjoy it. I just want to have fun. I just want to ride my bike, and I think like if I enjoy it, and the results will come. It's like I just take it as it comes, do my bit, enjoy it. Like I think I'm looking forward to hopefully doing some big road races this like coming season. You know, um, just like broaden my experiences.
mm. I guess it feels like a rather late in the day to ask, but like, how do you see yourself as a rider? Because obviously
Oh
there's
yeah,
the combative side, but like, some riders are more sprint based, some are more like climby. Certainly for me, I was that kind of puncher. Like, Amstel Gold would have been my race if I'd ever got close to being pro. Like, that would have suited me perfectly. It's like the short climbs without being horrendous, but like
mm.
I could use my lightness in a short burst. How do you see yourself as a rider?
I'm not really sure. I think I could go whatever way like I want to go. Because I'm so young still. It's just like, but as I develop, I could go. I could be like a sprinter if I want, I guess. But like, I don't know. Is that possible? I don't know. Like physiologically, I guess maybe like there might be challenges for different things. But at the moment, I think I like going up hills. I like technical things. Like in a cross race. Um, I think I quite enjoy like certain sprints now. I mean, I'm coming to like and be better at sprinting. I think I'm quite. I think the thing is, I like time trials. I'm looking forward to doing time trials because I've got a time trial bike now, so I can actually like do proper time trials. So I'm really looking forward to that. Um. Yeah. I just. I think I've got like different. I'm not one thing right now. Like I can do lots of different races and yeah, in different types of hills, different courses. You know,
Mm.
if, I can't think of the word. Diverse. I don't know my
Yeah,
skills.
versatile, I would have
Yeah,
said, but yeah.
versatile. That's the one. Yeah, I feel quite versatile right now, but I guess as I get older, it will become apparent like what my skills are.
Mm. I mean, there's always a space for all rounders, and like, even just strong riders in general always seem to do well, regardless of where their exact sort of skill set lies. I guess, yeah. The final question I like to round things off with before we go into socials is, if I made you the sort of Faustian deal, that sort of deal with the devil, that you could win one race in your career, but that's it. Like, and if you picked like a stage race overall, then you're not winning an individual stage. You're
Yeah.
just winning the overall, and that's
Yeah.
all you're allowed to win. Like, what would you pick and why?
Can it be a cyclocross race?
Yeah, it can be anything. Like, you could even pick like winning at Hog Hill again at cyclocross over
Oh
there.
yeah.
Like, if you really wanted to, you can,
Yeah.
because it is your question and your answer.
I think well, no, I know cyclocross world champs. You know, like that would be so cool. One day, I don't know, if I just keep trying at my best, and like I think it'd just be so cool. You know, because I've ever since I was little, like I've wanted to to be a world champ. You know, cyclocross is my favorite, and it's such a beautiful sport. You know, to be part of, and like that would be crazy. But you know, I just got to focus on the present and do my best, and you know, see where my cycling takes me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, speaking of which, how can people follow you on socials to see all the goings on and see where cycling will take you?
My Instagram account is Vicious Peg. Um, yeah, that's like my only social media. Um, yeah. I have my Instagram. Like, I don't have any like YouTube or anything, but I might like. I'm thinking of getting Facebook to link my Instagram account so that because then I can like
Wow.
add my stuff on Facebook too. So I might do that.
Wow, that's, yeah. Just the concept of someone not having a Facebook to begin with feels weird. Because, like, again, my age group, like, everyone had a Facebook. We had a MySpace before then, and everyone
Ooh,
was, oh, those were the days. Like, it really mattered. Like, so you had like a friends list, and you had what was called your top 8, and that was like your top 8 friends that you would select that would show on your profile if someone clicked on your
yeah,
page to see. So it's just like there's a row of 4 and then another row of 4
yeah.
underneath, and that was like your top 8. But also within that, it's a rank of 1 through to 8.
What
Like,
if you have 9 friends?
you had to pick the top 8, and that it was a huge thing. Like, making someone's top 8 was great. Like,
Yeah.
but then getting knocked off it, oh, that
Oh
hurt.
no. Yeah. I can
Oh,
imagine.
that yeah. I mean, that's a whole sort of schoolyard politics that
Ooh.
isn't fun to get embroiled in. I can't even remember who was in my top 8. I don't even have a MySpace now. That's a long gone relic of the past. Um,
Oh,
Along with Bebo and all the others that were around before, probably before you were born.
I don't even know what that is.
Bebo was, yeah. They were all much of a muchness, if I'm honest. I know that Bebo stood for blog early, blog often, so it was meant to be more written form. Um, but yeah, I didn't really get involved in that one. It was Facebook and MySpace. Well, MySpace first, then Facebook, then Twitter, and sort of Instagram. And yeah. I just the concept of someone not having a Facebook from day dot feels weird. Like, oh yeah, I've got an Instagram, but I don't have a Facebook. Like, I can't conceive that as a possibility. So yeah,
Well, maybe I'll have a
definitely not.
Facebook. I'll have a Facebook soon.
Yeah. Well, at some point during us talking, I will have put your Instagram up on screen, and if not, I'll put it now as well,
Ooh.
so that people can see it. That's part of the video editing side, so you won't see it, but people
Oh,
at
so it'll be
home,
somewhere.
yeah, people will get to see it probably now when I said that word. Um, then people will have seen it, just so they can grab it easier. It will also be in the show notes. And all that's left for me to say is I hope you do really well at Worlds. I hope you have a great race, and you have a performance that you're happy with, and whatever result that comes with that. And hopefully you feel happy. And I can't wait to see where this season takes you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for talking to me. It's been really cool.
Well, there you go. That was me chatting with Peggy Knox. As I said, a hugely just fun rider to chat with. She's great talent, and yeah, I can't wait to see how the rest of her season pans out. Her career. I'm sure we'll have her on again So, you know, this won't be the last you hear of her. And this is episode 99. So the next one is a big one and will be our last one for a little bit. We'll have a couple of weeks off. So, yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for that.